Hey guys, I thought I would do a simple little video on first aid kit that I take when I do a solo backpacking trip. A lot of people think that you need to take a ton of first aid kit when you go out into the wilderness, and I've never been that case. I just don't think that you're going to be able to do the type of first aid kit management that a lot of people think they can do. For one, a lot of the people that take all this extreme amount of gear, for one, more than likely do not have the training involved to actually use the gear. And you're not going to be able to play ER doctor out in the middle of the wilderness. Trying to sterilize things and to actually treat the wounds, if they're severe, beyond just basic first aid, you're just not going to be able to do it, and you would be better off to go seek help in town and get it taken care of. So let's just start off with just the basic stuff that I use. I always take wet wipes. Every night when I get to camp, I use wet wipes to wipe off all the dirt, the grunge on my hands, my face, pretty much over my entire body. So these are always a must in my first aid kit, and I always have extras in my first aid kit. Simple band-aids. If you're going to use anything while out there, it's going to be a band-aid. Either you're going to fall, scratch a knee or an elbow, get a cut from a thorn. You know, simple things like band-aids are going to go a long way with that. I always take little cleansing wipes for antibiotic purposes also. So if I get a wound, I'll clean it with this. I'll put some antibiotic ointment on it and put a band-aid on it. I always take a few gauze with me just in case I need them. You know, you use them if you need them type thing. Tape, most time for a sprained ankle or some other uses for it, I guess. If I cut myself pretty good and I'm bleeding good, I can't get it to stop, I always carry duct tape on my trekking poles. So I will use duct tape and tape myself up. And duct tape works great. Don't have any issues. It is sticky enough, so if you have a pretty good bleeder, it'll stop it. You just leave it on and then fix it when you get back. So it's not that big of a deal. Use that for sprained ankles or whatever you need it for. I always take a knife with me, so if I need to cut the tape, I have it. So some people think you need to take little scissors and stuff to cut the tape, but if you have a pocket knife, there's no need to have a scissors also, so you can just use your pocket knife. Medicines. If I'm out in the woods, if anything, medicines. So when I get into the higher altitudes, I get altitude sickness about 10,000 feet. So I always take Tums or anti-nausea medicine. For some reason, when I get up higher, my stomach likes to produce more stomach acid. I've never figured out exactly why, but so it helps to have the anti-nausea and Tums and things to kind of control the excess stomach acid that I have. And then I'll take like aspirin if I need it. Aspirin helps me a little bit with high altitude sickness, but it has a con that if you do fall and cut yourself, you're more likely to bleed than you would if you didn't have aspirin. So it's a pros and cons aspect of it. So I take this with me, and then typical headache medicine, sinus pressure that you can get out there, anti-nausea, Imodium for diarrhea, just some little Tylenol that you can take with you. So it's pretty basic first aid stuff, and this does everything I need. I've never had any issues needing something, go, man, I wish I would have brought this, and never had that problem. If I break a leg or fall down and can't get knocked unconscious, I have a GPS unit that I have that tracks my every movement, has an SOS button on it. I can text search and rescue or whoever I need to come get me if I need to. So if I fall down and break my leg, snap both my tibia and my fibula, I'm just going to be hitting the SOS button. There's no need to sit there and try and go, well, if I had my first aid kit, I can, patch myself up and get the heck out of there. More than likely you're not. So you can try, but with technology, there's really no need for it. And I also leave maps with my parents so they know exactly where I'm at. They can track me online. And I'll leave a map at my office on my desk that tells them exactly where I'm going. So they can actually find where I'm at if I don't show up to work Monday morning. So that's what I do. It works great. And I go out into the wilderness all the time. And you go into the wilderness of Idaho and the Washington areas. Most of the time you don't see a single person. And I'll be out there for a couple of days and nobody. So it's just you, the trees, the river, and the animals. So, but that concludes the first aid kit. Let's weigh this to show how much this actually weighs. Tear the scale to 0. Stick this on. 4 ounces, 4.1 ounces. So as you can see, this is pretty lightweight, and this is typical kind of what an ultralight person would use. Some people would actually use less and just take Band-Aids. I've seen people take just 1 ounce worth of first aid kit. So I tend to carry a little bit more just in case, but I'm not going to go overboard and carry a pound worth of first aid kit. Next week, I will be showing this bad boy off, the Z-Packs Ultralight. I ordered this on a Sunday. It was shipped out on a Tuesday, so it took 2 days to get an Ultralight from Z-Packs, which is impressive because used to it would take weeks to get one. So I'm going to compare this one versus my old Arc Blast that I have and show the differences between the 2 packs and what's the same. So tune in next week and I'll have this review going. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or if you want to like my page, please list them below. Thanks.